Jean-Paul Sartre. Freedom brings anxiety. What if being completely free does not feel like soaring through the sky, but instead feels like standing on a high diving board with no lifeguard whistle, no instructions, and everyone waiting for you to decide? Jean-Paul Sartre loved this uncomfortable picture because he noticed that freedom sounds exciting in stories, yet feels heavy in real life when no one tells you who to be. He wondered why people often ask for more choices, while secretly wishing someone else would quietly choose for them when the moment finally arrives. This tension appears when kids are told they can be anything, yet suddenly feel nervous because infinity is much bigger than a single clear path. Sartre believed humans are not born with instruction manuals taped to their feet, which means meaning is not pre-installed like an app waiting to be opened. At first, this idea feels empowering because it suggests you are not trapped by fate, labels, or destiny stickers slapped onto your forehead. But right behind that excitement sneaks a strange wobble in the stomach, because if nothing decides for you, then every choice feels louder. Sartre described this feeling as anxiety, not the jump scare kind, but the quiet dizziness of realizing your decisions actually matter. Imagine standing in front of a huge ice cream shop where every flavor exists, while nobody is allowed to tell you which one is best. Choosing suddenly feels harder because if you pick one scoop, you also leave all the others behind forever. Sartre noticed people sometimes escape this feeling by pretending they are not really choosing, even while making choices every day. This pretending can look like blaming rules, parents, trends, or traditions because following something feels safer than inventing something. Kids feel this when they say everyone else is doing it, even though a tiny voice inside knows that repeating is still choosing. Sartre called this hiding from freedom a kind of self-trick, where people wear masks to avoid feeling responsible for their own actions. Yet the mask never fits perfectly because choices keep leaking out through thoughts, habits, and quiet decisions made when no one is watching. The strange part is that freedom does not disappear when ignored, because even refusing to choose is secretly a choice wearing pajamas. Sartre found this both funny and unsettling, because humans cannot escape freedom any more than shadows can escape light. Anxiety grows here, since every step forward feels like writing a sentence in a story that has no erased drafts. Kids understand this during apologies, when saying sorry feels scary because words cannot crawl back into the mouth once spoken. Sartre did not think anxiety meant something was wrong, because dizziness can appear when standing somewhere high and important. He suggested that anxiety might be the price of being free, like sore muscles after learning to ride a bike without training wheels. Still, this idea splits into two paths because freedom can feel thrilling or exhausting depending on how you carry it. Some people treat freedom like a playground, where experimenting feels joyful even when mistakes happen loudly. Others treat freedom like a stormy sea, where every choice feels dangerous and standing still feels tempting. Sartre refused to decide which feeling was correct because both reactions reveal something true about human thinking. He believed meaning is something built after actions, not something discovered before life begins. This reverses the usual idea that you must know who you are before acting, because Sartre thought acting slowly shapes who you become. Kids see this when trying hobbies because interests often appear after doing, not before signing up. Anxiety shows up again here, since experimenting means risking boredom, embarrassment, or unexpected joy. Sartre warned that blaming circumstances forever can shrink a person, even though circumstances are always part of the picture. He imagined humans as authors forced to write while the book is already being read. That image feels stressful and exciting because pages turn whether the writer feels ready or not. Freedom also creates moral tension because choosing for yourself sometimes affects others in unpredictable ways. Sartre did not offer simple rules for this problem, because rules can turn freedom into obedience wearing a costume. Instead, he asked people to notice their choices honestly, without pretending they were pushed by invisible hands. Kids experience this honesty when admitting they knew something was wrong before doing it anyway. Anxiety does not vanish after honesty, because awareness can make decisions feel heavier. Yet Sartre believed this heaviness proves that life is real, not pre-written, and not controlled by a remote somewhere. Without freedom, mistakes would feel meaningless because nobody could truly own them. Without anxiety, choices might feel empty, like buttons that never connect to anything important. Sartre's ideas keep wobbling between hope and worrying because freedom builds dignity and fear at the same time. Kids sense this wobble when growing older because independence feels exciting while comfort still calls quietly from behind. Sartre did not promise happiness because happiness without choice might feel smooth but strangely shallow. He invited readers to stay awake inside their lives, even when sleep would feel easier. Anxiety then becomes a signal, whispering that something important is happening right now. This whisper does not say what to do because freedom refuses to give instructions. Instead, it asks whether you will choose honestly or borrow someone else's answer. The question stays open because freedom keeps arriving again each morning without asking permission. Sartre stands quietly in the background, watching how people balance courage and comfort. And as the story ends, the nervous flutter remains, inviting every reader to decide whether freedom feels like a burden, a gift, or both at once.